an explosive trove of text messages has given fresh insight into Matt Hancock's early handling of the pandemic. Leaked WhatsApp conversations suggest the then Health Secretary overruled expert advice about COVID testing. But today, Mr Hancock strenuously denied that. He said he'd been told it was not possible to test everyone going into a care home. Our political correspondent Romilly Weeks reports.
Their messages never destined for public view. Tens of thousands of leaked WhatsApps to and from the then Health Secretary at the height of the COVID pandemic that had left Matt Hancock facing renewed accusations he didn't do enough to protect care homes.
From the start, we've worked incredibly hard to throw that protective ring around our care homes.
That was Matt Hancock's assertion in May 2020. But in these messages leaked to the Daily Telegraph, he appears to overrule advice from scientists to test everyone going into care homes, writing to an advisor on 14th of April. Chris Whitty has done an evidence review and now recommends testing of all going into care homes. This is obviously a good, positive step. After a meeting about testing capacity, his advisor replies, "I wasn't in testing meeting, just to check. Officials are saying your steer is to remove the commitment to testing on admission to care homes from the community, but keep commitment to testing on admission to care homes from hospital. Is that right?" Matt Hancock replies, "I would rather leave it out and just commit to test and isolate all going into care from hospital. I do not think the community commitment adds anything and it muddies the waters." That was April, and it was mid-August before those entering care homes from the community were tested. For the bereaved like Daniel Kirstein, whose father died from COVID, this is hard to accept.
Matt Hancock went out of his way to ignore the scientists' advice and then to have the gall or the audacity to actually say that we will put a ring of care around the care homes. And that he actually said that. Well, where was this ring of care?
Today, the social care minister, who was also in post at the time, said this.
The importance of testing was never in doubt. But in a situation where we had the capacity to test at most a few thousand each day, tough decisions about prioritisation had to be made.
A spokesman for Mr Hancock added, "These stolen messages have been doctored to create a false story that Matt rejected clinical advice on care home testing. This is flat wrong." The exchanges only came to light after they were leaked by the journalist Isabel Oakeshott, with whom Mr Hancock was writing a book on the pandemic.
And that ends today's coronavirus daily briefing.
Waiting for the COVID inquiry to conclude before rushing out his personal account might have served him and the bereaved rather better. While the chair of that inquiry, Baroness Hallett, has said that she won't let it drag on and that she will publish conclusions, including interim ones, as soon as possible. There are more revelations coming from this huge cache of messages. Uncomfortable for Mr Hancock and painful for the families who are craving and yet to get the full picture.
All right, Romilly in Westminster, thank you.